So hello everyone. Welcome to session about how we can use R inside Power BI. So what is R actually? R is actually a statistical programming language that is actually comes from the S language that has been developed by Bell Labs. So it's kind of the statistical language that you can use for machine learning purpose, for visualization, and also for many other purposes, just not visualization and statistics. It can be used by different researchers, by different purpose, and in different industry. So are actually created by Ross Hika and Robert Gentle at University of Auckland, New Zealand. And I know that currently Ross also in university, he's in the statistical department. And what I'm guessed that R, they named the language R, and if you look at the name of them, it's all start with R, Robert and Ross. Maybe, I'm not sure. So, but that's a guess, but however, the first generation of the R language was S language, so maybe because of the priority of that. So this is a guess. However, R is actually using for basic mathematics, for statistics, doing big data analytics, and also machine learning, signal processing, and many, many actually usage for that. So R is really good actually. R can provide lots of features for us that help us to develop our capability in analysis. So that's why actually Microsoft bring R into its BI application and also in software and data analysis software. So recently, I think so from 2014, we have seen the integration of the R with Microsoft Azure ML. That's a component in Cortana. We have integration of R with Power BI, both in visualization and also writing the code in Power Query. And also integration of R with SQL Server 2016. So if you are a BI developer that using just Power BI, you can use benefits of R there. If you are actually a person that's more interested in writing the SQL code, again, you can have analysis using the R visuals, R graphs, and also R algorithm inside the SQL Server. So yeah, for now, I'm just going to have a very introduction on what is the R, can be used in Power BI in different ways. So about me, I'm Leila. I'm fellow from New Zealand, Auckland. I'm based there. And I love data scientists, and also I'm a data scientist, and I love machine learning concepts. Try to actually attend different conferences for speak and also share and also, get the knowledge from the other people. So, yeah. So today, I'm going to look at the R from two perspectives. First, how we can use R graphs inside Power BI. The other is about how we can do a real machine learning using on R code inside Power BI. So I'm choose the market basket analysis in R. So I will go to show you how we can have these two. And just an example, there are many, many examples that exist, but just for this purpose, I'm going to show this one. Okay, so R consists of many different packages. So that means that, for example, there are about 10,000 different packages till now actually created that help you to do the analysis in R. So if you want to do any analysis, any function, you have to install that packages and use. There are some famous packages like ggplot2, like dplyr, and the other that help you to do some data wrangling and also visualization. These are actually, there are different versions of the R, but I'm myself using these two. So the first one is RStudio. It's a kind of visual and more user-friendly space that you can write your R code, test your code. And the other one is Microsoft R Server, Microsoft R Open. That time for this demo, I'm using it to show and run the code in that to show Power BI. Okay, let's start with some Power BI demo. the first things that you should consider is to set up your Power BI in a first step. So you should go to the option and go to the option setting and option there. And if you look at here, you will see that we have an option of R scripting. Why we have this? Because I said that for the R, for writing the R, we need packages. And these packages have to be installed in a specific R Studio, R version that we have. So here is a place that we specify which R version we are going to use for our Power BI. So first of all, you have to install the R. It's free and it's easily installed. You first install it, install the packages that you need. I will show how to do that. And then come here, and the setting says that which R version you are going to use. Moreover, we have a R IDE. That means that mostly in visual, you can kind of the interaction between the Power BI and some environment for the better coding. So we have R Studio, we have Visual Studio. So for instance, install Visual Studio 2015 to actually work. So I also show that how it's help you. So this is the first setup that you should actually do. So yeah. So this is the R Studio 1, the more visual parts. So here, I'm saying that you can use a lots of packages here, so you can set install packages. And for example, we have a package named AzureML, and you can easily install the package there. So from now, you can use all of the function that exists in AzureML. And also, if you want to work with that one, you can easily, after you install the package, you can easily refer to that by just calling the function library to actually, oh really? So yeah, just some mistake here. Cool. Yep, oh, there's some problem here. Maybe not properly. Your ML. Oh, yep. Okay. Oh, I don't know. So just, I'm saying that you can actually write this. I don't know why it's like that. But however, you can actually install it. Don't worry about this package. You can install the other packages. So this is a way that actually you can install the different packages. Now I'm going to do some analysis showing one of the charts here. Okay. So you see that how we set up that? Okay. I'm going to do a correlation analysis in R. Correlation analysis is about the saying that if one attribute increase, what will be happen on the other? For instance, that's the insurance data that I have. I'm going to see that if the age of the people goes up, what will be happen on the charge of the insurance for them? Is there correlated? If age goes up, the charge of insurance also goes up or not? So here, I just have something. So the correlation number is a number, actually. It's between 0 to 1. That means that if I get a value between 0 minus or negative, between 0 to 30%, that means that there are not that much correlation. If I get the number between 30% to 50%, that means that kindly correlation exists. And also, positive means they are correlated to each other. Age goes up, insurance charges go up. Or minus, that means that age going up, insurance going down. So the minus and positive sign is based on that. And the last option is about the high correlation. That means that you get the correlation between 50% to 100. So that's the correlation analysis. There is a chart that you can see here in R that simply shows these to us. So you see that? That's between age and charge, and you see the number there said 30%. That means that they are not that much correlated, but medium correlation exists between them. I'm going to show you how we can write this code inside Power BI. Okay, so this is my data set that I have. So you see that I have information about the age of people, the gender, BMI, children, are they a smoker or not, and their charges that we have. So yeah, get the data. I'm get data from a CSV file. Now I'm going here. You see here, definitely you have been this R visual many times. So I'm going to use this R visual for this demo. So I'm just click on that. And I'm going to look at the age and the charges. Okay. So something happened at the bottom of the page. So you see here, one R editor scripts show to me. So what it says? First of all, it says that the duplicate rows has been removed. So it's automatically removed all of the duplicates there. Then here you see that we have an R code here. So what it says? It says that the column charge and definitely age, I should also choose age. Yeah. Have been converted to data type data frame. That's the table. So data frame in R, the same as table that we have in our SQL or Power BI. So it's get the value of the charge and age as a table and put it in a variable data set. So what that means? That means that in my editor, in my R editor, if I want to access the data, I have to use the data set variable to access my data. I will show you how it happens. Okay. Okay, so this is the code that I have for drawing the correlation analysis. And I just simply here. So if you look at here, you see that I use the data set. Data set is actually here has been introduced that holding the value of charge and age of the people. So I can use data set here. So it's actually provide a unique way that you can connect to your data. And then here, I'm going to use a package named Performance Analytics. I'm already installed it into my RStudio before, so now I can use it here. So I simply said install.package, Performance Analytics in RStudio, and here I'm just call it, and I say library Performance Analytics. Then I call a function from this package named chart.correlation that get a data set. So chart.correlation is a kind of the function that get the data set as the input and draw the chart. So let's see that what happened if I run that one. Okay. So it shows the relationship between charge and ages. Let's make it a bit more interactive. So for example, you want to see that how it's changed based on the female and male insurance. So that is really good because we can have our charts or our charts in Power BI more interactive. Yes, it's possible in R, we have Shiny package and the other, but here is actually we have benefits of the Power BI for data wrangling, so it's really important for us that we can use Power BI and use the R charts and make them interactive here. So you can see and you can have the other, actually a slicer to see that how it works. So there are many, many different charts that can be helpful. And you can bring them here using the ggplot and other functions to do that. Okay, so back to the PowerPoint. Okay. So, and I said there are other R visualizations. So, for example, you can have column width chart in R. That's the first one that you can see here. Also, we can have kind of multiple charts in R and using or having the different subplots in a map using the R. I have the links there so I can share with you. So, this is actually how we can use R visual. So you see that it's really simple. Just call the library, call the functions, and also use your code. Now I'm going to talk about how we can do a machine learning, do a actually kind of more analysis beside what we have in our, Power BI. Talking about market basket analysis. Market basket analysis is based on the setting the item in a store. The first things about this come to mind is about that. So for example, you put the, for example, shoes beside all of the bags in a store. Because the people who comes for purchasing the bags, they may also go for purchasing shoes. Or for example, in a grocery store, if people go for a bread, they may also go for butter. So how we can find out that? So machine learning is based on the previous data. That means that we are going to, based on what happened in the past, we are going to predict what will be happen. So we are going to look at to see that what people purchase. If they purchase butter and cheese, so maybe, and also they purchase wine after that, so that's kind of the correlation between these two purchases. We are going to get some rules from the shopping list and what our previous customer do. Okay. So market basket analysis based on two concepts. I'm just very go through this, and then I will show the code. This is a rule. We are going to find a rule that if people purchase specific item, what other item they are going to use. We have two items here. The one is support, and the other one is confidence. So the support is a number of the item that people purchase. So for example, you see here, we have about 5 transactions here. And in 5 transactions, you can see in 3 of them, people purchase flower and get well soon card in a hospital. So we think that, so in 5 of the transactions, people purchase both flower and get well soon card. So the support value for this becomes 3 divided by 5. So 3 occurrence of purchasing 2 items together, divided by total number. This is support. We call it support, and it's really important in the designing the market basket analysis. The other one is the confidence. So, for example, you said that purchase flower, then they're going to purchase get well soon cards. So actually, or for example, in other case, you will see if they purchase get well soon card, are they going to purchase flower or not? To do that, you see that we first calculate the support of that people purchase these 2 items together. That means that flower and get well soon card, and then divided by number of the times that people purchase flower. So for example, in this case, you see that the number of the times that purchase flower and get well soon cards were 3 to 5. From 3 cases, people purchase both these items together. And in 4 of 5 of cases, people just purchase flower. Okay? So for the first one, that's we are going to see that how much chance that people purchase the flower, then going to purchase the card is about 75%. So in 75%, people who purchase flower definitely go to purchase the card. But look at the otherwise. We just, reverse. People purchase the card. Are they going to purchase the flower? So that's different number. We have 100%. So in 100% of the case, people who purchase the get well soon, they are going to purchase flower. So this is I'm just going not deep on the formula, just a very things that is based on the number of the item that people purchase. Okay, let's do this analysis using some machine learning algorithm in R. Okay, I have a data set of the shopping list. So it cancels that, how many rows we have here. I have about, 9,000 rows here. So for each customer, each row is related to each customer. So for example, the first row, people purchase the, for example, fruit, semi-finished margarine, and the others. So the second customer purchased tropical fruit, yogurt, and coffee. Third customer just purchased milk. So we can find these lists in many shopping stores. Now we are going to use this data set to predict that what's a common rule in people purchasing behavior. So we are going to use this rule to do that. Oops. Okay. So back to the Power BI. We can do this analysis in edit query. So I'm going to edit query. And here. Okay, so just don't worry about that. In the transformation, I'm just going to get the data set from here. Because I should have a data set, so don't worry about that. Okay, sure. And delete the previous one. Okay. So this is my data set. You can see here we have an icon of run the R script inside Power BI. So we have two places to run the code. First in visualization, another one in edit query. And that can be really helpful for us. So I'm going to click on that. And you can see that I have an editor to do this. So it's an editor that you can write your R code there. But this editor is not actually help you to debug your code. So I always recommend that you run your code inside the R Studio or other R system and then copy and paste here. It's much safer. Also, you see that there's a comment there said data set holds the input data for this script, okay? That means that whole of your query have been saved in the data set. So all of the information that I have has been stored in data set. This actually helps us to interact with the data that we have in Power BI. And this icon is kind of putting the comment in R. So for example, in SQL, we have like this, or on C# we have this. In the R, this is a sign for putting the comment. Okay, I'm just going to very simple codes. So there is a package in R named A rules that help me to do the market basket analysis. So what I did, I'm already installed these packages into my machine, into the other on the R Studio. And then here I'm just call it. You will see that two other packages are there. Sometimes some packages are related to the other. So you have to actually install them and call them here. So that's a why. But the main packages that I'm going to use is A rules. So here is my data set. I'm not going to use a data set here. And I'm not going to deep that what's the transaction happens. So I'm just get the data. Don't worry about this. That's different. I'm not going deep on that. So I'm just get the data and put the data that I shopping list into the variable grocery. Now I'm going to call a function. So just let me give some space here. I call a function name a priori. So that actually is a function that helps us to do the market basket analysis and get the rules from the data. So this function get the data, that's the data. It gets some parameter, is an algorithm, needs parameter. It says that what number of support and confidence do you need? So you see that we know what's the support and confidence. Here is a place that we said that what's the minimum support and confidence we want to find in our data set. That time said that the data should be at least 6%, percent of the data should be supported, and also I put a number of 20% for customer, for the confidence. And also I said that the minimum rules should be at least 2. So you will see, just let me run the code and you will see the output. I store the output here. Okay. I don't know what's happened. Let me explain through here. So this is my output. I store the result of the market basket analysis in temp variable. Then here, I'm actually use a function to find the 100 first rules that find. So there are maybe, I don't know, 9,000 rules there. I'm just pick the first 900 rules to see. Okay, so I'm just going to close and open again. Oh, that's actually need some, actually based on the analysis, so we can find what's more, go to the process of the finding the significant value for them. So yeah, it's actually need some, some analytics on there. Okay, so let me, I don't know what happened. I'm just going to open another one. I hope that this one. Okay, cool. Now we can write again. So it's actually really helpful to, I'm not going to see, okay? It's really helpful to the analysis inside the Power BI. So, yep, get the data. And I just removed the previous one. Okay. So, just go to transfer and again run the scripts here. And this is my code actually. So, the important thing is that you should have a data table. So we have different data type in R. We have vector, we have list, we have matrix. The data type should be table that you can use here. So this is the rule that actually you can see happen here. Let's look at this into the Power BI and see that what sort of rules we extracted from our shopping list here. Okay. So, column LHS, that means that the left side, and we have the, that's a, arrow column, and then we have a RHS that's located in a right side. So what does it mean? That means that people who purchase potted plant, they purchase whole milk. People who purchase, for example, herb, they also go to purchase root vegetable. So you see that this is the rules that actually we get from here with some statistical thing like the supports and their confidence. There is another column named lift. I'm not going to see that what's the calculation of that, but lift help us to find that which role is much important than the other. So, for example, everyone comes to a store and purchase a bottle of water, but maybe that rule is not actually that much help us. We need a rule that identify which one of these rules is much more important. So you see that we have, this is the rules that we have. Now I'm going actually to help the Power BI visual to visualize these items. I think that I'm using this one, so maybe there are other awesome visualization that you can use. I think that maybe this visual can help me to better show the market basket analysis result here. So I can easily find that which item is related to the other, and if purchase people one of a specific item, are they going to purchase other item or not? So I download this R visual. So here, I'm going to the download. That's a force graph, fine, yeah. Okay. So this is my R visual. And here I'm saying to look at for each of them, and I specify some of the things here. So for example, I make it a bit bigger. And also, I'm going to show the thickness of the weight, and also showing the arrows and label, maybe not label, just the arrows. And the color by weight. So, for example, I want to, maybe I show the one that I'm already created, so maybe that one is much better to show. So here, what I have here. So here I have the list of the items that people initially purchase as the LHS. And the other one I had at bottom, I have the list of the item that after they purchase that item, they go. So for example, let's see that. People who purchase sugar, what else they purchase? So you see that the people who purchase sugar, they go to purchase whole meal and other vegetable. And this chart actually shows this one to you. So you see that here we can see, okay, with the thickness, we can see people who purchase sugar, they purchase whole meal and other vegetable. And the thickness of the row show the importance of that rule, okay? So also, for example, you can do another analysis here. For example, whole meat, or let's see, whole vegetable has been purchased with other item a lot, okay? And it has a great leaf. That means that great importance. So let's look at the result of things here. So you see that most of the people who purchase herbs, they definitely go to purchase root vegetables. And you can see in the second one is the people who purchase beef, and also onions, and the other. So this is one way of showing the market basket analysis here. So it's not just for shopping, it can be for the insurance policy. Each insurance company have many insurance policies, so they can find if people purchase, for example, a specific insurance policy, for example, for car, are they going to purchase for their life or not? So you can find these rules in different parts. Okay. Back to the. Okay. So you see that. So I'm talking about the leaf. Leaf is the importance of a rule. So to calculate the leaf, actually, we divide the confidence to the support. So a leaf actually measures the importance of a rule. So we are going to actually rate and sort the rules based on the leaf value. So if you run actually the code here, if I just want to show the code here, so you see that in the code we have 3 items. We have support, we have confidence, and we have also in the output, we have also lift. So here, so in number 4, you can see the lift that we can sort the rules based on that. Okay. And another thing that I'm actually should talk about, back to the here. Okay. Here, sometimes you write your R code, but you want to actually test your R code in Visual Studio or R Studio, somewhere that you can able to debug the code, okay? There is a, here you see that there is an icon, edit script is external RDE. That means that you can bring all of your data with your code into R Studio or R Visual Studio, which one that you use. So if I'm use it, you see that it's open a new tab in R Studio for me that I can do all of the analysis there. You see that this is my data set that I have, so there is no need to import data set, and this is all of my code. So make it more actually interactive and more fun. Okay. So this is actually the ones that I want to show you. But before that, I can show you some of the references that you can use. There is I have a book that helped me a lot for machine learning and R. It's really easy to understand for pack publishing. And I'm not me, many other people found this book is really helpful for learning the R. With machine learning, it's kind of more technical, not that much statistics, so it's really good to have this one. I use it a lot. And also, I'm trying to actually put a lots of possible of machine learning tools into our website, Radacut, so we also this another resource that you can use. Yeah, there's also some predefined here in the website of Microsoft for clustering. In the Microsoft Office store, is not here, but you can find there a lot of them. Okay, this is actually, if you have any question about this demo, please let me know. Also, I should, before I'm finished, please visit these 3 sessions. Actually, Mark is here. He will do a visualization on financial data using Power BI. That's so interesting. Also, integrating the advanced analytics into BI solution should be really interesting. And the first one, data science for analysis, is passed, but you can watch the video. So any question, please? Any question that you have about this session? Yeah. Exactly.
And so it's SQL Server, R server, also you can use it.
Yeah, exactly.
Directly through the code from there.
Yeah, that's a good question. He actually mentioned that, yes, in SQL Server 2017 and 16 also, we can use some of the packages like R Evolutionary that already exist there, and they install all of the packages. But in Power BI, no, we do not have that one. But yeah, in SQL Server, that's correct. We can use lots of packages that already embedded there, yeah, in our server. That's correct. Yeah, sorry. That's really good question. Talking about the parameters of the R codes inside the Power BI. For visualization, not yet. So I'm really happy if they provide that. But for actually, if I show you the inside of there, for the using the R code inside the Power Query, yes, because it's the M language. So you can actually do a lots of coding there. So if I'm go here to the edit query, you will see that my R code already here. So this is a R script using the command .r execute. So you can easily bring the parameter here. But for R visual, not yet. For our visual, no. But here, yes, here you can actually using the parameters here. For example, for text mining, you can use. Yeah. Yes? So asking about that Power BI desktop or actually Power BI website, can we use R? For the premium, you can use R in the website, but not. But desktop is free for everyone. But for portal, you should have the premium. Yeah. Any other question here? Yes. You want to see the how we can access to the packages, you're asking. So actually, OK, that's also, let me show you here. So if you come here, if you're interested, if you know the name of the packages, you can easily install it here. Or you can actually, if you click, you find it in the internet, you can easily use the command install.package to bring that package into your actually our studio or our visual. Yes, yes. So you should have set up these here. But for example, in SQL Server, most of the packages that we're using are actually embedded in the R server. But for here, we have to install most of them. Not all of them, but yeah, most of them. Install code, yep, into the environment first, into the R environment, and then use it in the Power BI, yes. So any other question? Yes? Oh, yeah.
I work a lot with graphs, and I can't work with a force-directed graph because our data set is much too large. And I'm actually very new to R. I've never even really worked with it, but I was wondering if there's a way to use R to be able to detect centrality, motley, the diameter of graphs, like actually do graph analysis. We tend to use other tools for that, but I was curious to see if you can use something like Network Navigator, which can handle a lot more nodes, and be able to simplify your graphs and filter down using R. Do you have any use cases like that?
Asking about that, is there an alternative for the force? Because yeah, I understand it's a bit become from large data is not that much really interesting to see like that. In R, there is also one into the Power BI, into the Power BI Visual Office. There is a visualization for market basket analysis that is actually enhanced from R. I can show you that one. BI showcase. Okay. Let me find that one after the session, and I will show it to you. So because I'm not sure exactly, Power BI showcase R room, something like that. Let me find it. I don't have it in mind, but yeah, there is some R visual for that's a rules visualization that you can use for market basket analysis there. Yeah, Yaka? Yes.
So if you publish this on a web page, how would the packages, right? Packages I use, for example, you use Azure ML, right? As an Azure ML package, how it refers in the web page? Because when you're working on your local desktop, you install it on the using RStudio installer packages, right? But if I publish it for external users to use it, so it will be on the cloud, for example, right?
So all of packages also be embedded in your Power BI and then will be available for your premium user. I'm saying that if I publish, for example, this one, you couldn't see there. It's provide a message that is not available for the, it should be a premium Power BI, so you can see. But yeah, all of the package comes.
So if I have a premium thing, then it will automatically take the package from the, from where it is going to take it up.
Yeah, yeah. So all of the package will be, and your customer able to see all of the graphs there. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. That's a good question. For we already, if I want to show that one, I don't know how much time I have, but if I'm back to the first slide that I'm showing the integration, I can set for Python. We also have the integration of the Python with Python with SQL Server 2017, and also we have Python in Visual Studio and Azure ML. But for Power BI, not yet. So yeah, maybe in hand. Yeah, we should ask the team to see that if they are planned. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks so much. Thank you.